Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy MumboElite. Welcome back to another video. And today we're just going to kind of do a commentary on, does bronze pack method work? How do you do BPM? How do you know it has value? How do you know when value changes? All those questions you might have, we are going to talk about them in this video. And if you have any more questions or you're confused, feel free to comment down below. Also, to comment down below how you do BPM. I feel like people do it differently in my way. Might not be the best, but it's the way I enjoy. So yeah. If you do enjoy it, feel free to smack like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's see if we can get 50 likes. Now, I just opened one pack quick to see what we would get before we started this, and I realized I might as well hit record. So this one alone, we got 3 players. We got the CSL guy who is currently going for, looks like maybe 300 coins within the hour. We'll list him for that. CSL has gone up in price since people have been doing the championship less. The championship going up in price because the leaks have come out for the next swaps for icon swaps, and people need to use championship players. That's also caused this guy to go from about, I would say, 400 to 450. You could have sniped him for the other day. Now he's going for 700 within the hour. So this is going to be really good getting championship cards. This guy right here, he's Romanian. He's a left back. We could sell him for maybe a 200 by now within the hour. But what I like to do is I'm going to keep him. You might say, yo, Mumbo, you might lose coins on this pack, or you could have just gotten 200 coins more. The way I like to look at it is when there's times where cards are up in value, I'd rather have it in my club as a quote-unquote investment and sell it when it's up. I know when we get icons, SBCs, and you need a full rare team for bronzes. So if you go to the icon section, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I can kind of show you this real quick. Born Legend right here, you need exactly 11 players. Player quality exactly bronze. Team chemistry 50. Even though you don't need the most chemistry in the world, typically people will then have bronze rares go up in price temporarily as they're buying them to fit this team. Now, he's a left back. This has center backs, but people will still buy left backs, but will still buy right backs. People will kind of buy whatever, and prices typically go up. So again, I'm going to wait to sell that one then. However, there might be some cards that are up in price right now that are rares. So let's take a look at the daily SBCs to see if there's anything that might cause some cards to go up. This is also a good way to find trading filters as well. So we're going to go to the best of. Complete this headliner challenge to earn a reward. 1 day and 23 hours left. As we see here, you need at least 3 gold players. Players from the same league, max is 6. Players from one club, max of 3. 6 rares, 3 golds, and 70 rating with 80 chem. So in my head, what I initially think is people are going to go England heavy, meaning they're going to take maybe some Prem cards, some championship golds, and then once they can't get those anymore, they're going to go down to silvers and bronzes from the English 3rd division and maybe 4th division. So what I would do is kind of look at the center back position, especially for bronze rares, and I would see kind of what we're working with right now. So I have a feeling they're going to go for at least 400. Yep, everything sells within, it looks like 20 minutes for 400 coins. If you wanted to, you could sit here, do 350, maybe try to snipe these at 200 if you could pick them up and flip them. Probably get double your coins. But I know that if we pack these guys, they'd be up in value right now. And if we pack them at a different time and they weren't up in value, I could hold them for times like this where they probably would get higher. Now, let's do this with the other ones too. Let's do this with other leagues that have multiple, other countries that have multiple leagues like Germany. We can do this with Spain. Kind of see if the same thing applies. So if we go to center back, Germany, you're going to see that everything goes in the hour for 350. So 400 is probably going to be the same too. Let's check real quick. Yep, looks like that's there too. Spanish, what's that looking like? Spanish, everything is going for at least 400 coins for bronze rares. If we go to 650, everything is selling instantly. So if you guys were doing BPM and you had these in your club, now would be a good time to get rid of them. What we're going to do is we're going to check to see what we have in our club already from top nations, whether it's bronze common or bronze rare. We're going to see if we can sell them because sometimes we hold on to these to see what would happen. I'm curious to see what we have tradable and what we have untradeable. So this is tradable. If we compare price, this is the left mid. He's currently going for, it looks like 600 we could get out of him. We'll take that. What else do we have? With this guy, compare price, he's a center back. He's not rare, but he should be up in value at least a little bit. Yeah, we could probably get 500 out of him. And just like that, this might have been a card that went for 200 coins the other day. Now it has way more value. So what I would do is I'd go through all your top nations, kind of do the same thing I just did, check to see what they're going for, check to see what value you can get out of them. And again, if you are doing BPM and they're not up in price, feel free to store them in your club. There's no need to sell them in the moment. You can make a lot more coins this way off of them. So this one's untradeable. This one's untradeable. This one's untradeable. All these are untradeable, so I can't get anything from them. Do I have the ability to go high to low in terms of price? Will these show up as untradeable as well? Nope, this one is value. Check him again. Got to go through and do this again with different leagues, see what prices get to, and if you can get some sales out of them, do it. Another thing you could do as well is when you notice there's a daily SBC that causes bronze to go up, you could also use that time to start opening bronze packs. So if you're someone who maybe doesn't have a lot of coins and wants to not really invest in the players needed, whether you're picking them up on bid for like, let's say 150 for the rare bronzes, or if you're doing BPM and kind of holding them, feel free to open bronze packs during this time to kind of test the waters to see what the market's like. So for this one, we get an English 4th division goalkeeper who is Irish. We get a Sud Argentina card. We get a Chinese card. Chinese cards should have some value. People have been doing CSL quite a bit. Boom, there we go. Probably get 600 out of this guy. We'll list him for 550. The Sud card, if we wanted to try to list him for 200 within the hour, we could. I'm not gonna because he typically doesn't sell. This guy might sell within the hour for 200. If you want to list him, you can. I'm not. I'll quick sell these things, get 250 coins back. This manager doesn't have value right now. If we quick sell them for 11 coins, we could. What I'd recommend, this is kind of a pro tip I went over with consumables the other day. If you guys have crappy managers in your club that don't sell for anything, whether it's their nationality that makes them not sell or their league, check to see if you have any untradeable league managers. The thing that changes their league, the manager league cards. Because if you could put, like, let's say a Prem card on them, which you could technically pick up a Prem card on the market for 150 bid. Typically, Prem managers go for 300, 400, 500 coins. If it's a good nation like Spanish, it might go for like 500. So if you put that Prem manager card that you had untradeable, this card might be worth 500 coins now. I know Eredivisie cards for managers are out of this world. They're like 1,500 coins. So if you put an Eredivisie on a Spanish manager, he might go to something like 2K. So might not be the best thing in the world to quick sell like I just did. Maybe hold to see if you can get more value out of that. Next question we get quite a bit with these sort of methods is what happens with the cards that don't have value, right? You might get a bunch of bronze commons that are kind of just crap and you don't know where to put them. So first, what I would say is let's check these to see what we can do. So we'll do 300 for this guy. We will do, for the Pro League player, 300 for him. He should sell for that. We are going to quick sell these. This guy, we could, again, probably list them for 200 coins. We will this time. Looks like you might be able to sell for that. Player contracts, this is up to you. I like storing all these and selling them either in bulk or quick selling them in bulk. Up to you on how you want to do it. This guy looks like he might have value too. So it looks like people might actually be doing the Sudamericana now. Before, people weren't doing this, so these cards didn't go for much. If they don't sell, we can just quick sell them the next run around. No problem whatsoever. So BPM, straight up just doing it, is going to pay off in the long run. But a lot of people look for that short-term profit as a way to make coins. So let's kind of go through two different things right now. Let's go through prices of kind of players from different leagues that are bronze in different nations, so you have an idea of what they're going for right now on PlayStation. And then we can go and show you what to do with kind of the crappier cards. So bronze rares in general, let's get a price check on them. Everything is going for at least 200 coins within the hour. So if you bid 150, even though it might not be much profit, you're still making profit. 250 looks like the same thing. If we go to 300 coins, looks like that's where things start to go down. So let's change it to defenders 300 and see if that changes anything. Looks like most defenders might sell within the hour. Market's been a little glitchy, so I don't know if that's actually true. Let's go back to 250 again. Yeah, some of these might go for that. Let's do center back in general, 300. Looks like everything might go for 300 within the hour. That is a center back. So if you wanted to, maybe do like a max price 150, minimum buy now 500. And just go through. If you want to mass bet on these 150 to 200, feel free to do that. Always kind of compare price beforehand to get an idea of what the individual cards buy now is. This is a Pro League card. He has a League SBC, so I know he has some value to him. Looks like 500 coins. If we bid 200, we'd be able to double our coins on that card. This one here, English 4th Division. This would probably be used quite a bit in the daily SBC I showed you today. Probably sell them for 400 coins. If you get a 200 bid, double your coins there. So that's a good way of seeing what has value and coming up with a trading tip filter for yourself. In general, though, let's take a look at different leagues at what their bronzes are going for. So Prem are expensive at the moment, I believe. Yeah, everything's going for around 3K right now. So if you guys invested in Prem cards, now wouldn't be a bad time to sell them. That has value. If we go to the Championship, I know Championship has value in general for the rares. So if we go to Rare Bronze, we go to 400 coins. Looks like everything sells for 400 coins. So again, if you wanted to go through, maybe mass bet on these for 150, 200. You could do that pretty simply. Let's go through. Bundesliga, all these, they're going to have value to them. How much value might be dependent on League SBC prices at the time. Looks like everything's going for around 700. So if you wanted to maybe bid 350, maybe try to snipe some of these, you could pick those up. But the time in between typically for the top leagues is a lot more because more eyes are on there. But if we went to something again like the Pro League, looked at the lowest buy now for bronze rares here, we would see that everything goes for 400, but we might be able to sit here and try to snipe something like a 200. We'll give this a second. Boom. If we wanted to, we could pick that up. I can't currently pick it up. We have too many cards. But if we snipe this, looks like we could potentially get quite a few coins out of it. Maybe list them for like an 800, 900 buy now. Undercut the other ones by a decent bit. And maybe if someone needs that card, they could get it. Same thing here. We could snipe this guy. We're at capacity, so we can't pick him up. But next lowest buy now looks like it is 700 coins within the hour. So maybe list them for 600, get the value there. Always a good way to kind of check to see what value is being available at the moment for bronzes. MLS, another league where bronzes are typically having some sort of value. For League SBCs, everything looks like it's selling for 350, 400 coins. So if you wanted to mass bid 150 to 200, you could do that. Probably win quite a few depending on the amount of time in between bids. Go to 200 buy now filter. You start sniping these. Boom. Snipe that card. What's his lowest buy now? He would be, looks like 450 to 500 coins. So if you want to list for 500, you could double your coins there with him selling within the hour. So that is the way to kind of make like filters off of it and stuff. Now, if you want long-term profit, this is always a way to make long-term profit with BPM, especially every single week. Go to the bronze upgrade section. Start from scratch. And you're going to put in a whole bronze team. I typically do bronze commons from leagues that don't have much value. For example, let's do Japanese league. Typically, these aren't going for much. We're going to throw them in here. And we are going to be able to make ourselves a pack out of this. Now, what do you do with the pack? What's the point of this? Is there even any worth in it? They're going to be untradeable players. Should you even do that? Questions I get all the time. So yes, it is a bronze upgrade pack. You're going to get one bronze rare and one silver rare and one silver common. But the likelihood that you get a League SBC card out of one of those is pretty high. And even if you don't, you still have other uses for these. So let's open this up right now, see what we get, and then I could show you different ways you can use these. This is something you can do all the time. Doesn't necessarily need to be any certain time. Again, I do this on a weekly basis, especially when it comes to marquee matchups. So as you see here, we get a Brazilian Portuguese card, 73 overall. League of Portugal. That's not a League SBC, but his rating and his good nation could be a good link for a daily SBC or marquee matchups. Sudamericana guy, I believe we have a tradable one, so I can sell my tradable one if he has value. Looks like I might be able to get like 300 out of him. I'll list him for 300, but again, if he was just the untradeable version and we didn't have that tradable one there, you could go and with that card, you could go do the Sudamericana, one of the teams, if you had enough cards, and you could eventually do that over time. But like I said, let's look at marquee matchups to see if we can shove him somewhere. So we got 4 different ones here. which one would be the best to put this in? So 71 rating here. Villarreal or Atletico players, minimum of 1. And then clubs max of 6. Team chemistry 70. Team overall rating 71. Rare players minimum 2. Countries, regions minimum of 3. So we need a bunch of different regions and countries. That's going to be great for the Liga Portugal. But we need to make sure we hit that requirement for the Villarreal or Atletico. So let's take a look at La Liga real quick. We could go to these two clubs. I believe it's at Atletico, right? Atletico de Madrid. And then if we didn't want to do that, we could do Villarreal. So let's see what we have from Villarreal. If we have anything. We do. We have Coquelin. So we'll put him in. We'll throw him over here. And that's actually perfect because we have a bunch of French League 2 cards, I believe. We did go through and clear a club quite a bit, so they might not be there anymore. Let's go to untradeable. And again, let's go to that Portuguese league. That way we can get all these cards that we're going to use. So let's do silvers. We don't necessarily need golds. We have the Brazilian striker. I believe it was this guy, right? 73 overall. We got another Brazilian striker, so those two would go perfect together. We already have 2 different countries. The only thing is we can have a max of 6 clubs. So what might be smart here is we already noticed we use 3 clubs. Maybe use players from these same teams, and that would be a good way of finishing this off. So let's kind of go through and get an idea of what we have for each. The ones that have the most players for, like this one, we have quite a few. Does that match any of them? No. But we can still do it anyways. This will be our 4th team. Go in, fill these out. Boom, boom, boom. Then we can go to other teams here. See what's available. Remember, clubs max is 6. So this should take care of a decent amount of the requirement. Got CDM. Got center mid. Got the right wing. And a 71 rating is only needed, and we only need 70 more chem. So as long as we get players from the same team, we should be good here. I think we have the rare requirement too. This would be a good one to finish off. So let's go do Brazilian center back, and then we'll just throw these guys in. What do we got? Everything taken care of there. So technically we use that untradeable card we got. Again, if you're just starting BPM or League SBCs or your club's barren, you might not have too much in your club to do something with that duplicate we had. But for you, you might do a bunch of bronze upgrades, then eventually get a duplicate that you could do this with. So even though you might not have it now, doesn't mean you won't have it later. And with that, we get a small Electrum Players Pack using all untradeable players. The Coquelin might have been tradable, I'm not sure, but all the silvers for sure were untradeable. And with that small Electrum Players Pack, let's see if we can open it here. Small Electrum Players Pack. I don't even know if it's going to open the right one, if it does open. Yeah, I don't know if we can see it, so... Oh. Nope, I can't see it. All right, that's going to be it for the video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. We didn't really just spam bronze packs. That's kind of not what the point of the video was. I think if you spam bronze packs, you kind of know what you're getting. I wanted to fill you guys in with other parts of like how you can do bronze packs, how you can kind of envision where the profit is, or even know if it's worth it to open bronze packs in the moment. Another way you can make coins with these, I don't know if I mentioned it before, both the contracts, I typically keep them, and I'll mass list them all together, typically on weekends, and you can get some to sell. You're not going to sell a crazy amount of them, but even selling one of them pays for a fraction of a pack, which is going to get you a lot of coins back in the long run. So we will leave it there. Thank you for watching. It's been your boy MumboElite. I'm out. God bless. Catch you next time.